Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the 49ers are going to take over here up near the 40.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he's got room on the move past the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And Lance now to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. He'll take now a hit and a loose football. And now headed the other way. They're across midfield. Past the 20. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Moore, the man in motion. A final shot before half for Lance. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On the double.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, that's Milne. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week to try and take.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Niners are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
Watch out now, 52. Blue strike. Real green.
Shotgun now for Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll drop to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. The penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Austin Eckler, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big...
And now here's another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because...
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's Lance. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On play action, Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. Charles, a new NFL record, 67 yards. There has never been one converted from that distance until this very moment. Unbelievable. Congratulations to him.
And, partner, there's no way you or I woke up today thinking, hey, we might see a 67-yard field goal made, let alone attempted. Congratulations. Great job. And remember, it all starts getting that kick away because often it starts low. Usually that's when it can be tipped. Not in this case, a new NFL record. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Back to throw here. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Even after the penalty, trailing in the fourth, they've still got to go. It's 4th and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. They said at the beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.